What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. Hope everybody's having a fabulous Friday. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin and Litecoin. I do believe there is a massive move coming. We'll talk about which direction that could be and what our targets might be. So definitely stick around, watch the whole video. There'll be a lot of info here. I'm going to try to make this really quick. I'm running late this morning. Also, I want to remind you guys, there's a free Discord link in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community. There's also some affiliate links, some exchange links that you get some bonuses if you sign up for, and some other stuff down there. There's my wife's merchandise webpage where you can get some crypto merch. Check them out. Let's get into the video, see what's going on. All right, guys, as always, want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind, it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. And with that being said, if you're new here or you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. I do daily updates every single day. That way you don't miss out on anything. If you tick the notification bell, that'll get you notified when I post new videos. Also, guys, we've talked about it plenty of times on this channel. Please smash the likes. Take a second out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. That anytime you watch any guy's video on YouTube, definitely give them a like and subscribe if you like, or give them a like, subscribe, and comment if you like their content. It really helps us out. Thanks. And let's see what's going on. All right, so we've been looking at this as the weekly. I still believe that we are in this part of the cycle here, number 2 of the 5-part cycle, like we had back here. We are still currently being held up by the 55 EMA on the weekly. And let's zoom in a little bit. I want you guys to know it's not the end of the world if this breaks, and obviously you should know that. I'm a total believer in Bitcoin. I'm going to go back over here and look back here. If you notice, it wicked down a lot of weeks down here under the 55. I don't think that's going to happen. I believe it's going to hold this time. But just so you know, if this does turn out like this, we never opened and closed a weekly under the 55 EMA. So if that makes you feel any better, I know there's lots of FUD going around, people calling for crazy lows. We are going to take a look at both the bearish and the bullish targets and see where we might be headed. So let's take a look now at what's going on. We'll take a look at the daily first. And looking at the daily, I am still looking at this as a bull flag, and I do believe when this breaks, it is going to be a huge move. And again, guys, this is my opinion. Don't trade off my opinion. Trade off yours. Do your own due diligence. But let's take a look at the worst case scenarios, guys. All right, so if we look at this whole thing as a descending wedge or a descending triangle, the measured move, the worst case, is right down here at the 45.96, guys. Remember, that is possible. I think it's less likely, but it is possible. As long as that 77 holds, I do believe we can see new all-time highs this year. But if it breaks, we'll talk about that also. Looking at the measured move off of it, measuring just from this smaller triangle here, that'd be 6,300. And I've said it plenty of times on here, if we do break the 7,700, I know people are calling for 75, 72. I think we're going to 63 if 77 breaks. It's not it's not going to keep testing this and then only drop down $200. It's just not going to happen, guys. But I do believe the 77 is going to hold. We'll talk about that some more here in a minute. But looking also on the daily, if we zoom in here, as you can see, the RSI is even here, but we're making lower lows in the price action. That is hidden, or that is bullish divergence. It's exaggerated bullish divergence, as long as the RSI doesn't drop down more from here. We are in this falling channel in the daily. We could pop back up. I did think yesterday that since we were popped up out of this, that we were in pretty good shape, but we did come back down into this falling wedge. Let's take a look at the 4 hour and see what that's telling us. All right, in the 4 hour, we are in this falling channel. I guess what we could look at here, if you guys are charting along, I would draw a line on these two peaks. If we continue up from here and break through this, the huge move will most likely be up. If we break down below this and come back down to the bottom of this channel, obviously the huge move will most likely be down. Let's take a look at the targets and see what is going on. All right, so I had these this blue channel drawn in here. And if you guys been watching, you know I had this target of 98.55, which was the bottom of this blue channel right here. But it did drop a little below last night or this morning, got to 78.12. Like I said, I had it at 78.55. I'm going to move this down a little bit and show you the next possibility if we continue down in this wedge. Seems to be respecting this wedge pretty good. I do believe it is possible that we continue straight up from here, and the measured move of the breakout of this wedge, depending on where we break it. If we were to break it in this area, and again, the longer it takes to break, the lower the target. But as of right now, I'm going to put the target right here. We will put a little channel in for the target. And right there. Whoops. Hit the shift button. There we go. All right. Let's put that in. That would be around the 85.70 range. And that's if we broke out within, you know, towards the end of the day today. If we break out before that, it could, you know, be up higher. We could be up in the $8,600 range. Actually, I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Put it right about the 85.55 range, just in the middle there. Like I said, it all depends on where it breaks out of this line, if it breaks out and up, which it does look like it's doing pretty well right now. I also want to look at this rising wedge that I had drawn in, the rising broadening wedge in here. We took a measured move off that. That tells us that we could go down to about the 77.70 range, 77.75 range. So keep an eye on that, guys. If we do go down from here, we should get support there. And like I said, if that 7,700 break, I think we're in trouble, guys. I don't think that, you know what, I'm going to do some more measured moves real quick. I am going to move this down to where we bottomed out there. Take a look. And I'm going to actually change this channel up a little bit because of these two wicks here. I know a lot of guys don't like using wicks. They use bodies, but I have had much better luck with wicks. All right, let's move this up here and see how that lines up. That lines up pretty well up top. So that's the channel I'm going to be watching now. And we're going to do some measured moves for the more longer to midterm. We are to come up here and break this channel. My measured move is going to be around the 99.50, 99.70 range. Right in there. That's the break if we break up through this. And of course, guys, we're most likely, if we break up out of this, I see us testing the 93.50, coming back down to test the channel for support before continuing up. Once we're out of this, what I still believe to be a bull flag, which this will get us out, we may come back down, test it one more time for support before continuing up. But I still see a very bullish move ahead as long as this 7,700 holds, guys. That is the only thing that concerns me if we come back down here. Get rid of this line. So let's take a measured move if we were to break down from here. And that would get us to, like I said, if we break 77, I'm looking towards the 6,300. But the measured move off this channel, if we were to break down, I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Oops. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this in there. This would be the measured move of the break of that channel. And that would be just measuring the channel there. Let me orange. So that's where I'm at, guys. like I said, we could drop down to the 77, 74 range. But it is still looking bullish in my opinion. As long as we stay above the 7,700, guys, that's going to be key. There's also a way, if we look at this dotted line going up and use this bottom support line, we did a measured move up here, and this is just kind of guessing where if it was to break. This would get us more down towards the 6,300 on the breakdown, and if we were to break up, you know, that gets us back up into the $10,000 range. So until, this is definitely a no trade zone, guys, until something is broke here. If we break 7,700, I'm most likely going to have a short down here. And if we break up above this wedge, I'm definitely going to go long to up around the 8,500 area. That is my plan. Doesn't have to be yours. But if you do want to trade, there is a link to Bybit down below, and they give you a $60 up to a $210 bonus, I think it is, for signing up and starting an account using my link. I also have a link to Prime XBT down there, and I had someone get a hold of me yesterday and say that they wasn't getting the 20% bonus, and I got a hold of Bybit. I guess that had expired. So now if you, or I'm sorry, not Bybit, Prime XBT, I guess that expired. So if you use my link now, I did talk to them, now they give you a 35% bonus of whatever you put in. You can't take that bonus out, but you can use it and collect profits off the trade. So if you was to put $1,000 in, they would give you $350 to trade with. Again, you can't pull it out. But anyways, just wanted to get that cleared up, and I apologize for anybody that signed up and didn't get the 20% bonus, but now you can get the 35% bonus. So check it out down below. I got links down there. Let's look at Litecoin, but that's where I'm at with Bitcoin, guys. If we break up here out of this wedge, I'll be looking for the $8,500 to $8,600 range. And most likely, if we do get up here, we may have a little correction and come up and test the top of this channel. And I believe if we break top of this channel, guys, it's going to be pretty damn bullish, and we're going to get some pretty good moves out of it. So also keep an eye on the RSI. That's a huge indicator for me. We also have this red line across here in the RSI, and it's right around the 43 area on the RSI, and that has been acting as resistance. We did pop above it yesterday, but we closed below it. That's, you know, when we got bearish and came down this way. Look at Litecoin. Another thing I wanted to talk about, all the crap Charlie Lee gets for, you know, selling the Litecoin at the top. I give him props for that. He's a good trader. He let people know what he was doing. And people act like it's his fault that it crashed. The whole damn market crashed. Bitcoin everything went down. Litecoin is not dead. Litecoin's doing pretty damn well, if you ask me. And if you put the fibs on here, all the way from down here up to the top, the 0.786 would be around the 48.62 range. And we could get down to there, but I believe if we do, we're going to get a nice bounce and most likely bounce out of this wedge. And the measured move there is around the $115 range. But we'll dig in a little deeper. Let me get that off there so it clears up the chart a little. And we'll look at some other targets. I do want to point out this rising channel we were in came into a falling channel. I have this support line drawn here. What's looking like it's happening now, I love the RSI for finding possible patterns, and it looks like this could be a inverse head and shoulders forming here with another move up towards the top of this. We'll know that here probably today. I think we're gonna have a pretty good move today. Let's go into the 4-hour RSI. Whoops, weekly. 4-hour RSI. We again, rising channel over here, came out of it in a falling channel. We did pop back up out of this falling channel, up back into the rising channel, which looked pretty bullish yesterday, and then dropped back in. And now we are fighting with the resistance on the top of this channel right now. Like I said, if we get the bullish move today, that would be breaking out of this. But we need a close, an open and a close of the 4-hour RSI up in this area. We'll take a look at that in the price action. sorry if this is confusing. I'm kind of trying to rush through it. I got a lot to do today and I am running late, so I definitely wanted to get a video out to you guys. All right, let's take look at the worst case scenario first for Litecoin, and that would be looking at this as a bear flag, and we have broke down. And if it is a bear flag, the measured move off that's the 34.77. But guys, that would break us out of the bottom of this falling wedge. I think that's pretty unlikely. Keep in mind it is possible, but I have these targets beforehand. Now let's look at what's going on here. If we did a measured move of this falling broadening wedge and we break up from here, guys, we're most likely looking to retest the top of this channel up here, somewhere in the $61 to $62 range. Keep an eye on that. If we do move up from here, that's going to be the target. And then probably come back down, retest the top of the wedge, because that would be breaking us out of the wedge. Retest the top of the wedge and then start headed up towards our higher targets. And this target here, the 68.51, would be breaking out of the top of this channel here. All right. The other measured move I have, down here is just from breaking down from there. That's the 49.11. If we do continue down, that's most likely where we're going to go, somewhere in the $49 range, which would be retesting the bottom of this broadening wedge also. And then usually if falling broadening wedge is a bullish sign, and when you break the top, you get a nice move. So these are the areas I'm going to be watching. As you guys know, I don't trade Litecoin. Oh, and I want to remind you guys, I will be adding Ethereum as soon as we get to 11,000 subs. So help the channel out, share the videos, get them out there. Let's go to 11,000 subs, and I will start adding Ethereum to the mix. But yeah, like I said, keep an eye on this this falling wedge. If we do drop below that 44.30 area, I believe that we are headed down to the $34 range. Less likely, I think most likely scenario, guys, we're going to break up at some point out of this falling wedge and going to get a huge move. So what I'm looking at, same with Bitcoin. I think we're going to get a big ass move with Bitcoin here pretty soon too. Just keep an eye on this whole area. I know everybody's super bearish, calling this a bear flag. You know, it could be, but I think too many people are counting on it to go down for it to go down. That's usually what happens. When everybody's bullish, it usually doesn't go that way. When everybody's bearish, usually doesn't go that way. And everybody's super bearish right now. But my main deal is, guys, the 77, if the 7,700 holds, I still believe we're going to see all-time highs this year. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos, because I do post videos for you guys every single day. Also, smash the likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'm out.